Hey, what's up, BGI? John here, and here's your Tuesday Blues Lesson 11. Alright, so Lesson 11 is all about the little intro piece that I did to the train whistle micro lick lesson way back. That is definitely BGI's sort of flagship lesson. It's all about keeping things small and still playing some cool stuff on the guitar. So if you haven't seen that, I'm going to put a link in the lesson to that video. You definitely should check it out. But over time, a couple people have asked me, John, what's that little intro bluesy thing that you're doing before you get started playing the micro lick? And this lesson is an answer to that. I'm going to take you through note by note exactly what I did to set up that micro lick groove. So without further ado, I'm going to grab the guitar and we'll dive right into the lesson. Here we go. Okay, so that's the little intro piece that I played back in the train whistle micro lick lesson. And of course in the video I kept going, you know, from right there. But for this lesson, I want to focus on just the intro. And the cool thing about this intro is it's a great sort of starter E-blues intro. And you can use it to get started playing many of your E grooves or jams or compositions. Because the thing is, in blues, you really start with an intro. You don't normally just hop right in and start playing a progression or a shuffle. Usually you set it up with an intro, much like this. So check this lesson out because it's pretty translatable, meaning that you can carry it through and get a lot of use out of it. So, all right, back to this little lesson. What we're going to do is I'm going to start out by getting in position like a D7 position here. But I'm ultimately going to play this E7 up here, a couple frets higher. And that E7 looks like this. I've got my middle finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret, and my first finger is coming down on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and then my ring finger is on the 4th fret on the 1st string. So again, just a basic D7 shape, but walked up 2 frets. All right, so here's what we're going to do with that. We kick the whole thing off by hitting a E bass note, so the 6th string open, and then just kind of choke it down, or keep it palm muted, but just don't let it ring, at least not for this style. And then once we do that, I'm going to slide, holding this shape, I'm going to slide from the 2nd and 1st string up to the the 2nd and 1st fret, that is, up to the 4th and 3rd fret. So here's what that sounds like. And that is a super bluesy thing to do. We're sliding all 3 notes of the chord at the same time. So really focus on getting that down. You want to make sure it's a nice fluid slide like this, and that you don't hear the frets along the way. That's not what we're looking for in this time. It's more fluid and just skip right over that 3rd fret. Don't even think about the 3rd fret. Pretend it doesn't exist. You're going to the 4th fret. All right, so we got our bass note and then our slide. And a quick word about how I'm picking these top 3 strings with my fret hand. With my picking hand. That would be awkward. So with my picking hand, I'm dedicating my 3rd string to being picked by my index finger here, and then the 2nd string is my middle finger, and then the 3rd string is my ring finger. And this works for me, but and in particular this lesson, I really wanted these to just ring out, so I didn't want to strum them, but that option is available. But try to get this so that we can get a nice, crisp, clear sound by picking these all simultaneously. That's the advantage that you get with using the 3 fingers. So anyway, back to the chords here. We're going to hit that E7 3 times, just like that. Then we're moving back a fret, and then back a fret again. So we ultimately end up back at that D7 position. All right, and that's the first little part of this. The next thing that we do is we're going to pick our hand up and do a couple of micro licks from that series of lessons linked together. And the first one is I'm going to pick the open third string and hammer on to the first fret and then catch the open first string. Then I'm going to put my my ring finger, my ring finger on the third fret of the second string and strike that note, and then I'm picking up and I'm going to hit the open first and the open second. So here's what that little sequence sounds like. Okay, so now we're ready to hit the B7 part of this. So we're going to, while we've got these two strings ringing, we're going to move into B7 position, which this is just your traditional B7. So I've got my middle finger here on the second fret, fifth string, my first finger on the first fret of the fourth string, and then my ring finger is on the second fret, third string, open second string, and then finally my pinky is taking care of the high note, which is the second fret of the first string. Now here's what we're going to do once we're on that chord. We're going to hit the fifth string, and then I'm going to use that same three finger approach to pick the top three strings, then back to the fifth string, and maybe I push a little through that. Just go with feeling there. If you want to push a little through that and catch the fifth and fourth strings, that's totally cool. And then I'm going to pick the chord up and hit the top three strings open and then choke them out with my fret hand. So here's what that piece sounds like. And then you're ready to rock and roll with this shuffle. Okay, so now I want to play that for you slowly, and then I'll play it up to speed. We're going to put all these parts together, and here is one complete piece. Okay, and here we are up to speed. Alright folks, so there you go. That's lesson 11. So for the few of you who have asked to actually see that little intro tabbed out, if you'll head over to bluesguitarinstitute.com/lesson11, that's lesson and then the number 11, you'll be able to find the tab in PDF form and then Guitar Pro 6 and Guitar Pro 5. I really encourage you guys to check out those Guitar Pro files because you can download the files and actually listen along to a beat. It's a really helpful way to play if you have that software. If you don't, you know, a PDF will do fine, I'm sure. So anyway, thanks a ton for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys in lesson 12. So I'll see you next Tuesday.